Oh my god, how are you? Oh wow, oh my god, I'm vlogging! Hi everyone. Love you, I've really got loads of spots at the moment actually.
Okay, I'll back up. Right.
Oh, back the fuck up.
Hello mate, welcome.
Yeah!
Here he is.
What's up? Hey!
Now, I'm not late, I'm just not the half hour early that we agreed.
Right, yeah, okay, that's
So
good.
the original plan was me coming at this time.
Right.
When you said, can you come half hour early, I said yes, but I should have said no.
Okay.
Because I clearly couldn't. I mean, it's very obvious. Hello, everyone.
How you doing?
Hi.
Hello everyone and welcome to Glue Factory. Shappi Khorsandi is here.
Hooray. Oh, that's me.
That's it. We've already been in this room a long time, but you haven't. You're not even in it now. Thank you for listening. Guest hosting this week are Bella Hull and Hugh Davies. There they are, waving at you. This is a great episode. If you're listening to this or consuming it on any platform, please like it, give it a 5-star review, leave a comment. That helps. Also, we have a Patreon, the second half of this episode, where we really get into it about comedy, rumours, and headlocks. So if you're into any of those things, sign up to the Patreon. It's £5 a month. You get twice as much of this podcast. Isn't that nice? And you get priority access to other things like merchandise and so on. Shappi, do you have anything to plug?
When's this going out?
Probably in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh yes, I'm on tour. The last leg of my tour, Scatterbrain, which shappi.co.uk is
Shappi.co.uk. That's a very
really
concise website.
It is, and I'm touring in all the handful of art centres left before I write a new show, because apparently 2 years with the same show is too long. I think the jokes are better now, so if you've seen it before, come again.
Yeah, absolutely. Go to that, or a ghost will put you in a headlock. Do you guys have anything to plug?
Oh, sorry, one more thing to plug. I also have a book out called Scatterbrain. I forgot.
Wonderful. You could do the double. You can read the book. You can go to the show and go, it's not as good as the book.
And we know the
Lean
book's good
over
because
to
she
the
forgot that
person
it
next
was,
to you.
she had it and it was called Scatterbrain.
Yes.
So you know it's authentic.
I'm meant to sell the book after the show, but I very often forget to take them with me. So, who knows what happened.
That's perfect. That's right. There couldn't be a better ad. Yeah, do you guys have anything to plug?
Zero things to plug.
Nothing to plug.
Absolutely nothing.
No.
Well, please come to the Glue. If you're in Leicester, please come to the Glue Factory live show in Leicester on the 7th of February. A lovely place called Leicester. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's at Leicester Jongleurs.
I thought it was like Timbuktu, fake. I know Timbuktu is real.
Yeah. You can come and see us in Leicester on the 7th. And Olga and I have stand-up shows that weekend as well. I'm also on tour in Europe this month. Luxembourg, Paris, Brussels, Rotterdam, Amsterdam, and in Ireland next month, and in Australia in April. So please come to all of those. Tickets for all of these things will be in the description. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
I love it round here. And me and this man helped this grandpa and grandma up the stairs with their grandchildren in separate buggies. And they were like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I walked off just going, they're visiting to help with childcare.
Yeah.
And they've heard what arseholes Londoners are.
Yeah.
And me and this man. That's the only reason I help them.
Yeah. When I see people from outside London, I just stab them.
Yeah, you
because I know that's what they come for.
You spit in their face.
That's what they're thinking.
They want the authentic.
Thinking, when's you going to start?
I can't do that. You see, I can't do that. I have to sort of be the good
girl.
But you can be authentic.
Yeah.
You can show up as who you truly are.
Are you from London originally?
Kind of.
Yeah.
The Essex borderlands.
Kind of the worst place to be from in a way. To be like from like Watford.
Have we started?
Yeah, we just
I
kind of
guess we have started.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how
this
show is.
Let me know.
Excellent.
Do you mean like a sip, or do you mean a sip, or
a sip, or not? You can't have. You can have some of this, but I'll want the majority.
Can I have it now? Whilst it's how hot is it now?
Yeah.
Pretty hot. You can have some.
That's okay, but we will cut in at a suitable point.
Kind
of
scrummy.
Necessarily use all of it.
What I've been saying recently is, is there rugby in this? Because it's #scrum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I told that to Hugh. He said, "That's a shame. That's a shame that you keep saying that."
But you are sort of living a kind of like Tim Vine lifestyle, just in your
There's a
private
Milton
life.
Jones within me, 100%.
And it's Milton Jones because I'm having an affair with him.
Yeah. There's
I
some
love
Milton
that
Jones
you
within
very
me.
quickly moved from Tim Vine to Milton Jones.
Do you
Which
think
is
they're
it?
quite? I think they're stylistically quite, genetically similar
Genetically similar. Yes.
in terms of their joke writing. Because it's like, move on, joke.
Well, except Milton Jones has this sort of like overarching, like, I'm weird.
Carrot here. He's got more of a playing a part.
But Milton Jones is pretty weird as well, with the Hawaiian shirt and the hair and.
That's what we said. That's.
Right.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
saying Milton Jones is weird. Tim Vine is less weird.
Yeah.
I once.
Tim Vine is like your dad at a barbecue. Sorry, yeah.
I once came back with Tim Vine
Can't be a fun
from
thing.
Wales, and we were in the car for about 3 hours, and he puns constantly, pun.
Oh no.
And I was getting, no, it was brilliant. It was so funny. And he dropped me off at a tube station back in the days when you had to pay for a ticket at a counter with a person. And he dropped me off and I was still giggling. And I went up to the man and I said, hang a lane, please. And the bloke from London Transport went, why? Elaine's a lovely lady. What's she done wrong? And it was like, it's catching.
Wow.
It was in the ether.
It was
to
in the
pun.
ether.
It's like a more advanced, hardly knower.
Yeah, it's a more,
Type
yeah.
situation.
Hang Elaine, please.
And he was just quick to go. But then I thought he must get a lot of people on the Central Line wanting to go to Hang a Lane.
Yeah, and he's got to keep his job interesting.
And there's a lot of buses
Yeah.
that service that area. You know, you can
Yeah.
go to Golders Green from there. You can go to Neasden. You can go to Ealing. There's lots of things going on. Are
Golders
you glad
Green?
you
No, it's
invited
not,
me
it's
on your
yellow.
podcast?
Stuff like that.
See, that's excellent.
I mean, right.
Technically, that's
like,
brilliant.
Like a sort of like a club MC who has a stock line for every profession. He's
Yeah.
got one for every tube station.
Yeah.
I quite like to be, you know, when you go to Edinburgh and then it's the first taxi out of the train station, and then you go into your accommodation with your staff, and then they're always ready because they know it's a comedian, and they have a joke. Maybe I should be a taxi driver for one day for just that day.
Yeah.
So when they come in, they're like, "What are you doing?" Because they're like, "I used to be a comedian or something." Remember, there was one cab driver who said, "I used to take Roger Moore around all the time." I said, "Okay, yeah." And then he said he stole all my jokes, and he tells them at dinner parties. And I said, "How would you even know that?" Because people have been saying. And then I was like, "Oh, great."
Wow.
He was like, "Yeah, he's fully
People
done
have
that."
been saying what
People
people who
have-
go to dinner with Roger Moore.
Yeah, he said people are saying that Roger Moore's
I
taking my
actually heard
jokes.
that.
Yeah.
I did hear that from someone who'd had a dinner party and said that someone was saying some jokes from a cabbie in Edinburgh. So he's absolutely right. By the
Soft
way,
launching that you're hanging out with Roger Moore.
I'm soft launch. Look at you. You're like the cool kids in comedy. It's
No.
just suddenly
Are we?
occurred to me that I'm hanging out with you're like, oh, let me just adjust myself a bit and look a bit cooler.
No, Shappi's flirting with us.
I am flirting with all three of you at the same time. It's
This is
very
a
nice.
polycule.
A deep honour.
Is that
You
allowed now with
polycule.
your generation? Because I do worry that you'll all go off to the comedy HR.
Yeah, and just
Can you imagine if
cancel
we
you.
had a HR? It would be so busy.
God, they'd be getting phone ringing off the hook.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, I think flirting's allowed now. I think you gotta.
Yeah.
I don't really have.
Well, you have to. It's core to your identity. If that goes, you're fucked.
Yeah. What my identity? You think?
Yeah.
You think I'm a flirtatious person?
I think you're a friendly person. But I don't know. I don't know what flirting means anymore. I've sort of gone past the age of noticing.
You never.
It's sort of, every sentence you say sounds like a Spectator article. I don't know what flirting means anymore.
Like an Adrian Chiles article.
How candid do you get on this podcast?
As candid as
Hella
you want.
candid.
All right, I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you something, right? And it's only because you said I sound like a Spectator article, so now I'm going to tell you a sex story.
Okay,
so I'll
please.
make myself look
Let's
cooler.
go for it.
But
Bloody hell.
I've got to a point in my life where I'm a lot more confident about like, this is what all this is. This is just a one night thing and that's all it is. And I was having a lovely time with this guy and we were at my house and when we were done, I just had this thing of like, I don't know why you have to be here the whole night.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And
Wow.
I went downstairs and I slept on my sofa with my dogs. And I thought, oh, is this an old lady thing or have I turned into a player?
You're a
Yeah.
fuckboy.
Blokey Khorsandi.
Yeah, Blokey Khorsandi. Actually, every single boyfriend that I've had, apart from 2, have said that going out with me is like going out with a bloke.
Oh, really?
But I
Yeah.
never quite understood what they meant.
People
by
have said that to me as well, actually, that I'm quite blokey.
That you can. I think what they mean is that there can be mates. They don't have to kind of
But do you
click
think it's
into.
because we've been so like inoculated from like like before I started comedy, all of my friends were women, and now loads of my friends are men, and I just kind of have to get on with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's truly who I am.
Just got to grin and bear it.
I'm a girl's girl in a boy's world.
There is that. There is that. I remember when I first started comedy, there was never any other girls on the bill. Like, look at me, I'm saying girls, women.
There still isn't for me. I'm always the only woman.
And so I would, I'd have to like try and be one of the lads. And I look at some of my old notebooks of the stuff I said, and I was so trying to be a lad with the laddie humour. I actually read it out loud once on someone's podcast, and they said, Shappi, we can't use any.
We can't use any of it. How bad was it?
It was it was the 90s. It was I can't even repeat it here because you know, spectator, take that back.
Yeah. I was on the Millwall fan podcast and they wouldn't let me read out any of my old notebook. It's not that sort of podcast. Man.
Yeah, it is hard, I think, as a female comic to know where the line is between like, oh, it's quite nice to be around men because I can actually like be a bit laddie and it's kind of fun, but then, and it kind of is freeing, but then sometimes when you kind of can forget that you're a woman and people are perceiving you in a completely different way because you have a different body. It is like, I do forget about that sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. And then you
you violently remember.
Taken by surprise when they try and fuck you at the end of the night. Yeah. Anyway, so what's it like for you lads then?
I enjoyed that sort of like dark gender politics turn that we took right at the start of the pod. Yeah, it was interesting. Hard to riff on.
Yeah, hard to riff on,
Hard to come into,
What's it like for you guys when women are talking about what it's like being women in comedy? Does it make you feel like a bit uncomfortable, or do you want to chip in and feel you can't? Or what's it like?
Well, I always feel a bit like Switzerland on this stuff because I'm so not involved in comedy. Like I do stand up, but I don't do a huge amount of clubs, and I hardly all of the things that women are referring to when they refer to being women in comedy. Like I'm hardly ever in those spaces anyway.
Okay.
Or and when I am, I'm just like hello, goodbye. I'm not really. So I feel like I'm not
icky.
hugely participating in whatever the dynamic is.
If ever a guy chips in and is like, I completely understand. Sometimes I'm a bit like, that's annoying because you sort of don't. Like too much empathy.
They try and fuck me
out.
Sometimes too.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because I'm just really hot.
Yeah, that really annoys me.
I'm androgynous.
I've had a conversation like that recently where there was a man that just kept on coming to every single gig, like 8 or 9 times in a row.
Wow.
And there wasn't anything, he was a really sweet old man and I knew that he wasn't going to do anything, but it was just uncomfortable. And then I was like confiding in someone about it and they were like, oh bro, it's way harder for men. Like, and then just gave me this big lecture about how it's way harder for him because women like don't know where the line is and men do. And I was like,
What an amazing... It's like he just hasn't had access to any information for the last 10 years.
And it was such an idiotic monologue from him that I was just like, I'm so pissed off, but I'm just going to leave because there's no point me even getting into it with you. I just had to leave it.
Yeah.
Here's something else that I was thinking. I was telling someone recently about when I look back upon my career, there's actually been more incidences, not more, but perhaps I remember them more, of women who become really like tenaciously in pursuit of me. Like and I remember one time this woman...
In a lesbian way.
Well, no, she asked me out, which is fine. I said no thank you, which is also fine.
Yeah.
And then she came to every single one of my gigs and then hung out afterwards with me and my friends. And I remember one time she was sitting at a big table with all of my friends and telling everyone I'm here because I fancy Shappi and all of this. And I got so uncomfortable. Yeah. And I sort of started crying because I didn't know how to stand up for myself in those days. And I was like, if you were a bloke, this would be unacceptable. And I think
it was you that was the bloke.
Yeah.
You didn't realise
was the bloke.
That's why these women were magnetised to you.
And I think there is something about, I keep talking about being older just because I feel old, the amount of time it took me to get here from Ealing to East London. But I'm just better at just drawing boundaries now. I do.
Make it sound like you've gone on like a unicycle. like
I have no empathy today.
Did you not juggle on the way here? I did. Yeah. Sorry, Gary.
And I did. I helped old people across the road on the way and everything. I forgot what I was going to say, which doesn't help my case of
you're saying you're talking about
not wanting to be treated like an old lady.
Yeah.
learning to lay boundaries and not being nice. And now
it's
I'll
so hard because I
say,
don't want to feel horrible.
no, but that's fine. I think it's okay to say to people, I'm going for a drink with my friends now and I want to be on my own with them.
Yeah.
I do not know you from Adam.
Yeah.
You can't join
Actually,
in.
once I was at a gig where there was a guy kind of hanging around and Lou Sanders basically just in front of everyone was like, that's really nice that you enjoyed the show, but we are all going to go now and we know each other and we don't know you. And I was quite like, oh, wow, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like a bit affronted, but he was also like, fair enough.
Someone came backstage to see me without asking.
And
So I was in
and
the
I can I just say, I'm sorry I did that.
But she was like, do you want to go into the pub with us? I was like, you're in my green room.
Oh, I think that's quite sweet.
That's absolutely
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's absolutely crazy.
If I'm on tour, because this has happened to me before, only once has someone actually come backstage, and that's with they had a newborn baby, so I kind of felt very safe.
Can you sign my baby?
They just were saying, can you take our baby to the pub? But I do...
Can you look after our baby whilst we go to the pub?
Can you look after our baby while we watch your
You don't know anyone
show?
here. You won't be going to the pub. So.
I used to do that, though, in my massively...
What, take a baby or look after someone else?
Just tell my audience at the end, where's the nearest pub? Let's all go. Isn't that mad? I don't do that now. That was in my heavily drinking days.
I love the way you're sort of like, a lot of people cross boundaries with me. Anyway, I used to invite the whole audience to the pub. And I'm just slowly, not to victim blame, but I think we're slowly tracing the roots of some of these.
You're not victim blaming. You're absolutely right. It took me well into my 40s to even know what a boundary was.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Because also you want, like, especially when you're early on in your career, you want people to come to your shows and you want people to like you. That's the only reason you're kind of doing it in a way. And then when they do, but they do too much, it's like, well, I did ask for this.
Well, yeah. And you're also like, can I afford to lose a fan? Can I afford to lose a ticket sale?
Yeah.
You know,
I saw Pulp 4 times in 1 year, the other year. And not once did Jarvis need to come for a drink with me afterwards.
Yes, exactly. That's so true.
He should have done.
Yeah,
we would have had a right laugh.
Yeah.
But
he calls himself a man of the people.
Yeah. But there is that thing. It's like, oh, you've just come to my tour show, so I've got to make friends with all of you. And I think there's a bit of that going on.
When I opened for Chelsea Handler on her European tour last year, she stayed for 3 hours, maybe after every show, taking a selfie and having a chat with every single person. And the first couple of times I waited because we were going back together, and then I was like, I can't, it's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
It's also brutal when you also did the show and everyone is completely ignoring you.
Also, it was so utterly pathetic because I couldn't afford hold luggage. So all of my stuff was just in one backpack. And I had these glittery jeans and really nice makeup when I was on stage.
Like a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah,
It's all in the bag.
And then I remember getting changed back into my shit trackies and my Ealing Youth Orchestra t-shirt and which put a pin in that.
Link in the description for the
link in the
Ealing Youth
description
Orchestra
for
merch.
EYO.
Yeah.
And I remember I had left and the show was over and everyone was on the street and I was really hungry and there was a pizza place and so it was selling single pieces of pizza, so I just bought one of them and it was on a cardboard and then I dropped it, but then because it was because there was cardboard between the street and the pizza, I was like, that's fine, I'll pick it up again.
Yeah.
And then I bent over and my backpack flew open and I stood up and then I suddenly saw
flew open
and all over, and then I was just in a mess and so tired. And then I saw a group of maybe 30 really glamorous kind of American women they'd just been in the show being that can't possibly be the woman that we saw an hour ago on stage. She was wearing Diamante jeans and now she's dropping pizza on the floor and then picking it up and eating it.
And this goes to show that they don't know you at all.
They don't know me at all.
Because if I saw Bella Hull eating pizza off the floor, I would be that is
classic.
And I would no doubt, if I was looking at a woman from a distance and I'm I think that's Bella Hull, and then I saw her eat pizza off the floor, I'd be it definitely is.
Wait a minute.
Confirmed Bella Hull sighting.
This is blowing my mind, right? So Chelsea Handler had you as her support.
Yes.
And didn't pay for hold.
No,
and
as in
didn't get you dinner.
The fee was good, but I got my own flights and a com.
Okay.
But I was kind of about to do Fringe, so I kind of had hardly any money. Yes. And also I don't like putting stuff in hold anyway because I hate the idea of the belly of the plane.
Belly of the plane. Wow.
Belly of the plane.
I
Pinocchio in there.
hate the idea of the belly of the plane.
Yeah.
And I just want all of my stuff with me.
I can't believe you're thinking about the belly of the plane.
I'm always thinking about the belly of the plane, and I don't like
I try
it.
not to think about the belly of the plane. I don't like the. I also don't like the locus.
I don't have to try not to think about it. I just don't.
When was the first time you had an experience of something in the hold?
Probably really young. This is
Okay.
probably like 7 or 8. My brother used
My
to...
parents checked me in by mistake.
I'm a very gullible person,
Uh-huh.
and I really believe people. And my brother used to just trick me all the time, and I'd be like, "Oh, cool." And my brother would tell me that the plane was like going to do loads of somersaults and stuff, and I was so excited. But then I think I also have separately a thing where I kind of feel empathy for objects. And the idea of my backpack being really cold in the belly of the plane, I don't like
It's
that.
happened again. The belly of the plane. That's got to be the name of a show now.
belly of the plane.
Belly of
The
the
belly
plane.
of the plane.
There's a lot to unpack there with how you feel about the bellies of planes.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's like I don't want to abandon them and for them to be alone.
How old is your sister or brother?
My older brother's 3 years older than me.
Did he nick your stuff when you were a kid? Like, did he sort of grab your teddies and threaten to decapitate them?
Yeah, I think I definitely would get things like confiscated from me as punishments, for sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like things taken away, and then I didn't know when I was going to get them back, for sure. That happened
This is
quite a lot.
going in the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm really with some low key. Actually, that's quite big key trauma for a kid to have stuff confiscated.
Yeah, just taken away.
So I'm wondering if that's what comes back for you in the belly of the plane.
In the belly of the plane. I think I'm just like, I don't have object permanence with objects or people. So when people go away, I just am like, well, they're gone now.
Mm.
Do you have any possessions, Bella, generally? Like if you were to move house, how many cars would it take to get your stuff in there?
Half a car.
Yeah. there we
Half
go.
a car.
I have
Wow.
Now you don't know you
I
have no
have-
possessions because you don't want to lose them.
You're
I've-
limited by empathy.
I have loads of jewellery, but that's all one bag, really. Pretty small stuff.
You're like a sort of like Marie Kondo's Wario, where you're looking at like a possession. You're like, does it evoke mortal fear?
Yeah.
Like,
or
does
not.
it cause me a degree of almost parental concern,
Yeah.
like in the pit of my stomach, that I will never be able to
If I
fully
lost
look after
this ring, I
Yeah.
would have a full depressive episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. My mum got it for me, and it is expensive, but it's more like I could replace it. I could afford to replace it, but it just like feels important.
I'm doing okay, despite
I'm
Chelsea
doing
Handler.
okay, everyone, despite all of this stuff. Why are you talking about this?
My gran gave me this beautiful ring once, and I was snogging this boy at university, and we fell down a muddy bank, and I broke the ring.
Right.
And I was so sad.
Fell down a muddy bank
Yeah.
while snogging.
Yeah, it was in Winchester in the Water Meadows. And I was so upset.
out.
Shout out. Shout out the Meadows.
People in Winchester looking to have a romantic experience. The sponsors of this week's episode are the Water Meadows in Winchester, where you can get muddy.
Yeah.
And you might find my grandmother's ring. And then I decided that was it. I'm never going to have sentimentality of a object again. And I replaced the ring, and I thought in my head, that is a ring for my gran. So whenever I wear any old ring now, I go, I am wearing my gran.
Yeah.
It's just, I thought, I'm done.
When you fell down the bank, was it like in a film where it was sort of, you were in the moment and it was like, wow. Or you're like, fucking hell, my clothes are all fucking muddy.
It was exactly that.
Yeah, okay, cool.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
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 What is your name?
Yeah.
Whatever
Was the
it is,
snog
call me
worth
up.
it?
No,
Mm.
I don't remember him.
Imagine if you're just realising the snog is bad and you're sort of pulling away, and that's
Oh,
the point
no.
when you
Yeah.
both intertwined fall down a muddy bank.
Yeah.
Because if you were kind of in love with them and they were your husband, it would kind of be really romantic and beautiful.
Mm.
Because you're like, this is an anecdote in the making.
I did
Yeah.
fall down a muddy bank with the man who did become my husband on the
It's like you
lounge
try
in
every single
Edinburgh.
I
person.
like that this is
Until it's-
regularly happening.
Until it feels
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Down the
that's
bank.
right. And
Down
I
the
haven't
bank.
down a muddy bank. It's just so cinematic, isn't it?
It's so cinematic.
And
It's the
you
only
slow
way I can get
motion.
off now is by falling
Yeah.
down a muddy bank. I've got like
And
a
then
Pavlovian.
he picks up the ring.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there is a porn hub. If you Google muddy bank, it's a
There is a
lovely,
porn hub.
lovely
There is a porn
Sunday
hub.
afternoon.
Yeah, the hub of all the porn. It's very convenient. Yeah, I was quite arrested by the sentence. I'm wearing my grandmother as a ring.
Yeah, I do know what you mean though.
Mm,
I feel quite instant, deep, like concern about things.
mm.
I live with a comedian called Daniel Tinnan, and his mum is exactly the same. Once he was trying to explain Schrodinger's cat to her,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, so there's a cat in a box, and she went, oh no.
Yeah.
That's always quite tricky when people do that and you can't tell the story. Is the cat all right? What happened to the cat? This was like...
Nobody knows, that's the point.
Yeah.
No one knows what happened to the cat. He's uncertainty.
Is that your dad? Is that your
He's
dad?
alive and dead at the same time. It's quantum physics.
You're all looking at me expectantly.
No,
and
I
was
know.
just
Well, no,
going to get
you
really
were
dark.
doing a
I was-
face
I was
like you
thinking
were
about-
about to speak.
You're the queen of the pod today.
Mm.
I was thinking about, I have a daughter and she will watch something and find out that the actors in it are dead.
Right.
And it just ruins the film for her.
Right.
It just gets she gets very, very upset about that kind of thing. Even if it's like something like Nanook of the North, which was, I think,
Nanook of the
made,
North.
like, I think it was one of the first documentaries made in the history of cinema. I think it was
Right.
made like before anything was invented.
Mm.
It's black and white is what I'm trying to say.
How old is your daughter?
She's 12.
She's 12, right? And you've got her like watching like train pulls into station, like the classics.
Yeah. It's like,
Waving like
they
this.
died now. I
Yeah.
can't watch it. And
Oh.
yeah, and if animals have died in something, it's like, mate, this was a pigeon in American Werewolf in London that was made
Yeah.
in the early 80s. That pigeon probably is dead now,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
darling.
yeah.
Shall we light a candle?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it isn't dead, its life is misery. I would
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
Pigeon that old.
What is their lifespan? What's the lifespan of a pigeon? I should know this. I used to keep pigeons.
Probably very different in countryside to city, I would
used
imagine.
to keep pigeons.
I did used to keep pigeons.
Sorry, we've fallen down a muddy bank twice. Why did you keep pigeons?
I don't know. I kept a lot of pets. I used to have my dad used to have this mate that had lots of animals, and I loved animals. And then he would sort of one day came round and built a pigeon, whatever they're called, coop, shelter, whatever
I
for
guess
me.
It's a coop. I don't know.
Yeah, pigeon loft for
Okay.
me.
Yeah, there's going to be like angry pigeon people.
Yeah,
like,
pigeon
in the
loft.
comments, like, it's not a fucking pigeon coop, you idiot.
Yeah,
Those are my racing pigeons.
That's
And
it.
they live in a loft.
You idiot.
Like in Friends. And then,
Yeah, they were all called Monica, all of them, or later them. And actually, once he brought me round a fully grown Rottweiler.
Mhm.
I was
Mhm.
12, called Hazard.
Hazard. I mean, accurate.
And he said, have a dog. And then he went off and left me with this fully grown Rottweiler. And at the end of that day, my parents said, I think you should pick it up because it peed all over my school bag. And I went down the road with it and I fell over because it was so strong. Eccentric people. in
What a
those
terrible
days.
combo of animals to have in your house.
Pigeons and
Millions of
Rottweiler.
pigeons and one Rottweiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a good Rottweiler. It
Oh,
wasn't
he's-
like
yeah.
aggressive, but just very strong
Okay.
Yeah.
and didn't know
Right.
not to pee
Mm.
in
Right.
the house.
Mhm. Untrained.
Yeah.
I
Not a
would
fault.
take a Rottweiler pissing on my school bag as a direct challenge.
Mm.
I think I used to live in
Alpha
a
to
flat.
alpha.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
dog pissed on my homework.
I used to live in a flat with this guy, and his mum owned the flat, and she had a Chihuahua, which I think is the most wretched animal on the face of the earth. The Chihuahua. I think every single Chihuahua I've ever met has fuck vibes.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Wow.
Okay.
Chihuahuas, men that hate Chihuahuas are jealous of their lifestyle
Mm.
because
What,
they
like
get
being
to
carried
be
around in a little bag
carried
by
around and
Nonny?
held by a lovely, beautiful woman.
Yeah, I would like that, but that isn't my beef with the Chihuahua. My beef with the Chihuahua is that they're wretched little creatures. Like they're always like they're constantly shivering and barking.
It's not their fault. They're
just-
scared. They're small.
I know, but I just
They didn't ask to be
something
born.
something about them really awakens like a kind
A
of like a
rage.
Darwinian sense in me, where I'm like, this thing shouldn't be alive.
Yes, I do
Yeah.
know what you
Um,
mean in that it's kind of like they used to be wolves and what has happened here.
Okay, so
Yeah, they're an affront to God.
if you had to make
Mhm.
Chihuahuas extinct
Okay,
or never have a takeaway again, which one would it be?
you're posing this as it's a tall, a difficult question. I love takeaways and I hate Chihuahuas.
Wow.
But then think
I
about all
would-
of the death and destruction you would. For me, I would say no takeaways.
So what? Because
Skinny.
what? Because of killing some Chihuahuas.
Yeah, some of them are really.
You don't have to kill them. You
The
just have
amount-
to let
I
them
guess the
die
Chihuahua-
out. By the way,
Yeah,
there's no murder here.
Okay.
But I would say, right, and I get really on my high horse about this,
Mm-hmm.
that it's when you've got a little dog, you're so much more likely to train it poorly. If you've got a massive big dog, you cannot have it barking and
Yeah,
yapping at
that's so
people.
true.
Yeah, because it will kill you.
So it's
Yeah.
always the owners, never the dog. A dog is a dog.
Yeah.
And if a dog's a dickhead, it hasn't been trained.
Yeah.
So you want to make humans extinct. You want to make owners of Chihuahuas extinct.
I would
That's what
actually
you're saying.
happily do that as well. Yeah. Apart from this one lady who was very nice, who owned the Chihuahua, but the Chihuahua was, to be fair, she hadn't bought the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua had been her daughter's dog, and then her daughter had left the country, and she'd been sort of left in a kind of like hostage of fortune situation with the Chihuahua. But she would come round to the flat sometimes and hang out with the Chihuahua. And the Chihuahua would go off and, in my view, deliberately shit in sort of forgotten corners of the flat where the Chihuahua knew that she wouldn't notice it. Because if she noticed it, she would just clean it up. And then we would discover it like 3 days later, like a sort of like a dry-aged dog poo. Like quite often like under my bed or something. And I'd be like, this Chihuahua he's trying to assert dominance over me.
I think there's a lot of projection you're giving to that Chihuahua.
I agree.
I don't think there was a strategic plan. I think he was just terrified of new people and shitting in corners. And Milo, I didn't know you were like this.
I've disappointed
I used to do
you.
a whole bit about people that didn't like Chihuahuas and how they were wrong. Because it's like a kind of male jealousy. It's also a Chihuahua is allowed to be openly afraid, and you're not. And you're jealous about that.
Wow. I'm never afraid.
Yeah.
They do like
nothing to be afraid of.
I'd say when I talk to any other dog. When I talk to any other dog, there's a I get to ruffle their head. They love the ruffling of the head. I feel like when I talk to a Chihuahua, the main focus is like, make sure I'm still alive.
Yeah,
like it's just tries like clinging on to life. It's like basically it's like please make it through the next 10 seconds.
It's in 127 hours.
Yeah, it's basically you can't even talk to it because it's just so focused on like
Not
make
dying.
sure my tongue's in my mouth. Make sure my tongue's in my mouth.
Yeah, eyes are still in the socket.
Make sure my eyes are still in my sockets.
I just got born. Please help.
It's hard to stroke a
and also
Chihuahua.
their head shape is often like a bit just kind of fucked up.
I think it resembles there's an alien in Return of the Jedi that's like kind of like a bad alien, and they all look like it kind of look like the bad alien, which I think where it comes from for me.
I do accept that.
It is funny the prejudice you discover that you have unexpectedly when it comes to certain things. Oh, I was on a dating website recently. I came off it.
Which one?
I was on Hinge.
Okay.
The one where you have to answer really dumb questions.
I like that you've described it as a website off the bat. That's great. I'm sending in
Hinge.com.
like you discover like you can write into Hinge and fill it out by hand, and then they put it up for you, and then you have like a relationship manager. Yeah. You phone him up and he's like, you've had a few likes, Shap, I have to say.
Oh, how lovely. No, and they had because I realised I have prejudices that I didn't know I did. Like, for example, gum to teeth ratio. Yeah, right.
That
I
is a
didn't.
real
You
one.
don't like too gummy?
Yeah, no, but I didn't know that. Like, if I met someone in a normal circumstance and we worked together maybe, and they grew on me, and I kind of fell in love with them, I don't think I'd notice that. I wouldn't go, oh yeah, he's the man for me. But the gum situation. Because when it's online, you look for reasons not to go out with someone rather than because it's on the table straight away. But then what I found, I had this mad prejudice towards any bloke who said more of a dog person than a cat person, or I hate cats. Because
You're a misogynist if you hate cats.
Oh wow!
Sorry, that's just true.
Yeah.
That's just true because cats are girls and dogs are boys. Don't you think?
Yeah,
If you hate cats, it's because you actually you're like, why are you not immediately loving me? And I have to earn your trust.
That's the thing, because I think with dogs are pack animals. They survive in packs. They shouldn't sleep alone.
Yeah.
And people who are like dominant people want to go, yes, I'm your pack, I'm your leader. But cats are solitary animals.
Yep.
And some humans feel insecure when they're not needed. So they prefer things. So dogs are people pleasers and cats are like kneel before Zod.
But also when a cat loves you, it's like quite a deep, true soul
people
connection.
that haven't known the
And
love of a
occasionally
cat.
And occasionally the cat will still scratch you.
Yeah, but the
Only
thing
because
is,
their skin's very, very sensitive, and when you pat them too much, they cannot talk, and they might give you a little love bite.
exactly. But
Thank you.
it wasn't that what life is
I like
about in a
cats.
way.
Not to brag.
You like
I am a
cats?
feminist. I
You're
do
quite
like
a dog person.
I like
but you
cats.
love cats. Actually, you have
I love
two
cats, but I'm a misogynist, so it
You are a
doesn't
misogynist.
quite work
Well,
out.
obvi.
I have both. I've got a dog and a cat and a misogynist.
Wow, that's fantastic. And the misogynist lives within, personally, for me.
No, I got mine from Pets.
Oh,
Pets for Homes.
You got a little bottle that hangs up on the side of the cage.
I have a 17-year-old Siamese cat. Well, it lives with my mum now.
Right.
But every night, my mum, who did Russian at uni, will pick it up and sing it a song so it can go to sleep. and it's the only thing she remembers from uni. And it's like a Russian song about how like it's like a propaganda song about potatoes and tractors. And she like picks up my 17-year-old cat with really terrible arthritis and goes, and the cat goes, and he loves it, and it's his nighttime routine. And I kind of feel jealous because she never really did that to me.
Communist cat.
Yeah, I'm trying not to take it personal.
I think we're quite similar. The fact that I think our parents like the animals more than us,
Yeah. I had a dog when I was growing up that had like leg problems, and the thousands of pounds that my parents spent to have like it fitted into what can only be described as a carriage.
Right, okay. Well, like rear wheels.
It was like a chariot.
It was a chariot. It was a dog chariot. It was a dog
carrier.
I loved that dog so much.
But when you rang up from uni skint, they were like,
when
no.
I went to uni, my mum threw away my bed. No, she didn't. But she kind of
it all on a dog
she kind
chariot.
of did pack it away and then was like, well, do you want a bed when you come back home? And I was like, yeah, I do. But yeah.
The lengths my parents took to keep my dog alive is something. You know, the dog got cancer in its jaw.
Oh.
And they were like,
dog smoking 20 a day.
yeah. There was you've got to stop giving that dog so many cigarettes.
Yeah. He likes
They said either we put down the dog or we do this crazy surgery, or we just take the dog's jaw off and we just see how it likes it. And my parents said,
so it becomes like Basil Brush.
Yeah.
Like it's just all top jaw.
It's all top jaw.
Wow.
And they took the jaw off, and the dog at the best time didn't really know what was going on. If I got cancer in my jaw, my parents would be like,
put it down.
But then you wouldn't be a comedian, would you? If you got the nourishment and the needs, all of your needs met.
That's true.
Yeah.
You
Thanks,
know,
Mum
we're
and
all
Dad.
comics because there was some kind of void that they didn't see, and here we all
100%.
are.
Me and my brother
Basement in
used to have an
Bethnal
inside
Green.
joke about how my parents would have paid for my dog to have had like like a Stephen Hawking machine that like projects your thoughts, but all it would have said was worth.
Worth. That would be disappointing to
if
create
you paid
the
thousands of
machine.
pounds, worth.
Yeah. I remembered having
WOOF.
having this argument once with an ex where she was like over empathizing with a dog and like what it thought of some like quite complex situation, and I'm like, it doesn't have the intellectual capacity to have this concern.
It's like when you see the dog shows.
And she was like, but you don't know, it can't talk. And I'm like, no, the fact that it can't talk is linked to the fact that it doesn't have the intellectual capacity. If it was as smart as you, it would learn how to talk, but it isn't.
It's
And
like when
that's
they
why it
the winner at the dog show, and they like show off the dog that's won.
Yeah.
And they're like the owner's like crying. They're like, oh my God, like it's the work that we put in for this. And the dog is there being like, I don't even know the concept of competition.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what beauty is really.
I only
as a
understand
dog.
biscuit. And even then, I don't really know what it is or what's in it.
Yeah.
We've got 2 cats and 2 dogs, and often my children and I say, if we could make one of them talk, which one would it be? It's always the tabby cat.
Yeah.
The tabby cat has a lot to say. The dogs would just go, biscuit, cuddle.
Yeah.
And the fluffy cat would just go, this is fluff.
Mm.
But the tabby cat would just be philosophizing.
I fucking hate this.
All those things.
If there's one cat you
wise.
could make smoke, it's also the tabby cat.
Yeah.
So it would just be
definitely.
great.
I was going to tell you something really interesting. I can't remember it. It's very frustrating. So how are you all?
Very good, thank you.
Yeah, I have to say that.
You have to say.
So I'm
have to
both
say.
British and a man.
Yeah,
so-
you have to say you're good.
There is this woman, right? She's lovely, absolutely lovely. I've got an American golden retriever, and they're
Right.
different to English golden retrievers.
They're armed.
They're armed.
Yeah,
and
they're very overweight.
way more orange, genuinely.
Mm.
But English golden retrievers are those beautiful, fluffy bears that plod along with their beautiful heads. American golden retrievers are athletes, and you have to like run them for at least 3 hours a day and play games and stimulate them. Otherwise, they eat your house.
Right.
And I was in the park the other day, and I was throwing a ball for my retriever, and I sort of throw it in a sort of scattered way, which she doesn't always see. Then she sniffs and finds it, and that's her brain working,
Yeah.
right? And my dog walking friend was like, oh no, she can't find it. So my friend starts looking for the ball and calling my dog, Taylor, it's here. It's here. I was like, oh my God, it's a dog.
Yeah.
You
It's a
just
retriever. Let it
ruined
retrieve.
her fun. It's
Yeah.
not sniffing around going, I better find this ball because I've got a podcast to get to.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
God,
it's-
imagine that podcast.
It'd be amazing, actually.
It would be
You should
about
have my dog
mid-tier
on.
intellectually for British comedy
Yeah,
podcasts.
yeah,
I
it'd
think.
be pretty good.
That was my impression of my dog. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
it was
do.
great.
good.
I've not
Settling
met
in
your
now.
dog, but I had the feeling that it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very sweet.
My
But-
sister has a golden retriever in America that's scared to leave the house. It won't go for a walk. It will just about go for a shit in the garden, but it's like terrified the entire time.
The bigger the dog, the more cowardly they are.
Yeah.
I had a huge dog. I had like a deer hound, and it couldn't be in the room if there was a
deerhound?
fly in
That's
the room.
just two different animals in one name.
Deer
Yeah.
hound.
I had a deer hound. Yeah, they're pretty mad.
Writing a
looking.
letter to my dog.
Where
like,
did you
dear
grow up?
hound.
In
Grew up-
London.
Yeah, but they just go in the corner. They just lie down all day. They don't really need that much exercise. They
Like
just
a lamp.
Yeah, like a lamp.
Mm.
I quite like. They're kind of like this. They curl into a ball.
Mm.
They're really big though when they stand up. But he
Mm.
couldn't eat unless if there was a fly in the room. He would like freak out and go out of the room. He actually scared of the food sometimes. He would like freak out at the food. Maybe because I never thought about it back then because I was quite small. But maybe he's like thinking about the way the food is like produced.
I wonder how he'll be with the
Mm.
belly of a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes
No,
the belly
no,
of the
don't-
plane,
not-
the belly of the plane.
Don't say roll.
This really triggers Bella.
Oh,
Yeah.
to
it's
talk
so
about the belly of the
cold in
plane.
there. That's what I don't like. It's quick when you go so high up
You-
in the sky. It's really cold out.
You know
I think they do climate control the belly of the plane somewhat. Not as much as the cabin of the plane.
In
but you don't
films,
want your luggage to freeze.
no.
That would be really funny if they just gave you
It
like
was
an
just
ice cube,
frozen.
like a cartoon like suitcase frozen within a solid block of ice.
Mm. In films, they make it seem as if you catch up to the plane and jump onto the wheels of the plane, you can then climb into the belly of the plane. Do you think that's real?
No, you
No.
freeze
No.
to death.
Well, I think you'd
but
have
like
to
in a
make
James
it
Bond, in a kind of a
quickly.
James Bond,
If you
jump
wanted
onto
to
the
hide in
plane.
there.
Can you? I don't.
Yeah.
People always grab onto the wheels and then the plane takes off and then they're in the plane. That's not. You can't just get in the plane from being near the wheels.
I
That's
think a lot of
there's
James
a-
Bond
No,
was
you
quite unrealistic.
There's no way that you can just get into the plane from the
I
wheels.
There's a
wouldn't
child
be
lock for
surprised
one,
if there was
probably.
some kind of hatch or something for the
What, just
purpose.
in case
For-
someone
for
stows away on the
spies.
plane?
Well, yeah, for spies, yeah,
Spy
or
hatch.
for like
For
some
spy
kind of
hatch.
emergency
Mm.
evacuation or something. I don't know, or
Mm.
emergency entrance. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
or
Doubt
for
it.
like the purposes of adjusting the
Can you imagine if
wheels
you'd-
of the plane.
you got onto the wheels of the plane and then it went up and then you were just in the wheel bit for the whole time?
Yeah,
Absolutely, really uncomfortable.
In the wheel
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah, like and also like the
Well,
plane was
Ryanair
like
are going to start offering
the,
that.
the plane of the nuclear
You
codes,
gotta run.
and then you just were in the
Yeah,
in the wheel section.
it's like the
That'd
luggage.
be
The luggage
actually
restrictions
awkward.
are
Mm.
however
That
much
would
you
be
can carry while
awkward.
catching up with the plane.
It would be awkward to be in that bit for the whole flight.
Mm.
Yeah, well, you're like making conversation with the.
It's awkward
wheels.
enough in the plane.
It's actually
Oh, yeah.
hella awkward to be in a plane.
You get there because there's a good spot alone. There's someone else there. There's James
Yeah.
Bond there trying to sneak into the plane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All
Thing
right.
is, what I find difficult on planes, right? And sometimes it's worked out. I'm a chatty person.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And sometimes that comes across as weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I say something friendly to someone, and then I can see them thinking, oh, fuck, she's going to talk to me all the way
You can see
to
this dread in their eyes.
wherever it is I'm going. And then I sit down and then I want to sort of tell them that, look, man, I was just being friendly.
But then that's just another thing that you're saying.
Yeah.
Mm.
But then I think, then I sit and I go, just be quiet. And I feel my quietness is now very loud.
Yes.
And everything I do sounds like an umpire band. Like if I just want to take out my book, I'm just basically going, let me read out loud to you now.
Yeah.
I'm wearing lederhosen.
Yeah.
I've got a big like tuba.
Do you feel
And
like you're
it's
performing
just-
when you're on a plane?
No, I just feel, what do you mean?
As in, like, you're like, I'm a woman reading a book on a plane.
Oh, like I'm in the
Yeah, in a film.
in
Yeah.
a film.
Mm.
No, but I will from now. But one time from America, all the in-house entertainment was broken. So a bunch of us went to the back and we played our own games and I won a bottle of champagne for singing.
Wow.
I did. I sang a Shirley Bassey song. I did perform then on a plane.
That's pretty
How
good
do you,
stuff.
so, Shappi, how do you, when that happens, is it like a short flight or just any flight, you'll just be friendly? Because I kind of dread, but it's mainly because I don't really talk to anyone else apart from my close circle of friends. So I just get, I'm quite like,
Yeah.
what are you going to say? What are you going to say to me? So many situations I'm in, people say things to me. And then I have to be like, right, well, I guess we have to talk about this now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
This is because you remind me, that's exactly the sort of thing my son would say.
Mm.
Like, what the fuck? He cannot do small talk. He cannot do chit chat. So then what I would say, if I got the vibe with you, is if I thought of something funny to say, I would say it. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother you.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't go.
Well, it'd be funny
I
if it
wouldn't
was
say,
you.
so who are you off to see then? If you had a baby with you, I might go, oh, you off to visit relatives? I might say that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were just
Do you want me
you
to
on
take
your
that
own.
to the pub?
yeah, exactly.
You want me to
Can I
take
go in the
that
belly of the
for a
plane?
bit? Yeah.
Hostess, can we have a whiskey for the baby?
Aren't you glad
I would
that's
just
not in the belly
probably
of the
just
plane?
go, I'd probably just say something really witty and then stop talking. And the whole journey, you'd be going, wow, I bet she had more to say, but I probably didn't give her the vibes.
Yeah.
And you're actually just like that guy at the tube station. You've got like one line.
got one
and
line.
you deploy.
Yeah.
I'd be up for having a conversation with you for the entire journey of the plane. But what I'm saying, my anxiety is that the chances that we will get on for the whole plane, like the even aligning, not in terms of just like our views and our politics, but even just that we can have the chemistry to even have a chat. Because the average person, I'm like, there's too many people I've had a chat with and been like, I've just given you a chance.
Even a close friend, if I was on a long flight with them, I would just be like, okay, well, we're going to chat for a bit and then I am going to lock in now.
The person I live with, we talk about, we take the train every Sunday, we play football together, and then we've just decided that that's time that he does a crossword and I do Sudoku.
Yeah, it's that companionable
That's
silence.
lovely, yeah.
Is
That's
comfortable, but not everyone's. Sometimes I experience silence as rejection.
Me too.
And I think,
But are you not addicted to a device?
Me? No.
Yeah, it's never quiet for me.
Look at me. No. Yes, I am. I am addicted to a device, but there's a 6-year age gap between my children. So I sometimes go away with each of them separately for quality time.
Lovely.
And with my daughter, we will lock in to someone else's conversation.
Oh, that's great.
And we'll just go,
perfect.
whoa, Mama, did you hear that? She said, oh, Mum, Dad, no drama. You know, I just went out with my mates and they're like, but you've got your GCSEs. What do you think? Who is in the right? And we will dissect the conversation.
That is
But
absolutely
with my
beautiful.
son, once, some people maybe 3 meters away from us had a punch up and he didn't even notice.
What was he doing?
Just, I don't know, talking about
Whatever.
philosophy. I don't know what he was doing. I tuned out.
Probably repressing his emotions.
Probably.
Mm.
But it was he was actually trying to find something in his shoe.
Oh, what, like his foot?
He'd got like a stone in his shoe. And I was like, Cass,
You
look
were like,
over
have
there.
you still got the pills? And he's like, yeah, hang on.
But if I start whittering on to him, if I start whittering on, that's internal misogyny, isn't it? If I start telling him about which of our neighbours have fallen out and which of them, he'll just like,
Zone
why are you
out.
telling me this?
Yeah.
This is not
This is
an area of my
boring.
interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, so now I have to like really read up on things that he's interested in just so we have stuff to talk about.
That's really nice that you do that.
I have to, otherwise
My
my
dad
son...
thinks I like classic cars in a way that you wouldn't believe. Like he just talks to me endlessly about them. He thinks I like. He has no interest in what.
He thinks that you we would love to be in like the audience in Top Gear.
Yeah. One time at Christmas, we were watching. I think we were watching Mrs. Doubtfire, and then we had some like food, and we came back, and he put on a 45-minute video of a car driving through Paris, and the camera's on the dashboard. Do you know what I mean?
Wow. Because
We were sitting there just
And that
watching
isn't
it.
your interest at all.
No,
You
that's my
can't
interest. Is
even-
the end of Mrs. Doubtfire.
that arguably isn't even a video for car enthusiasts. It's a video for Paris enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Because you're not really
You can't
seeing
even
any
see the car. No, you can hear the. He's like, you can hear. He goes, Kiko, you can hear the engine. Hear that engine.
Yeah.
I can hear it. Yeah.
Did we mention Mrs. Doubtfire earlier on this podcast?
I don't think so.
Because it was really on my mind because when I was talking about my daughter not being able to watch films, so Mrs. Doubtfire is very much our film as a family.
And the person's dead, isn't it?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
when,
Your daughter.
and when
Don't tell your daughter.
she asked me recently about what Robin Williams does. I've only just told her that
That
he's
he's a bloke.
died.
Oh my God.
And
Does she
that-
know how?
The ending, she asked me, I told her, I have a rule. If you're
Yeah,
old enough to ask, you're old enough to know the truth. Anyway, the point is
That's such a dangerous rule.
Oh, I know. I know.
That's kind of a crazy rule in a way.
Some
But I
parents
do
don't
love
let
it.
their kids
What's
come
that
to play
island
ours.
they keep talking about in the news? Well,
So yeah, but it's I don't know if you're like this. So my boy, we went on holiday and he met this other lad his age. And I was so relieved that they really got on because he wasn't up for the whole kind of, communal way thing that I went on holiday with 40 families in my area.
But where was the trip
40
to? That could
Wait,
make a
where
difference.
was-
In
40
France.
families?
Yeah.
that's like an advert you would get on porn.
Sounds like Jonestown.
I wandered into a WhatsApp group And so there's 96 of us all together, including the kids. I went
Whoa.
skiing for the first and last time. Hated it. I have flat feet. I have no business coming down a mountain.
I mean, skis are flat, I guess.
Other than
I
on my
have
arse.
no business coming down a mountain.
It was not right. So I met this boy and they sat in corners and talked about philosophy and politics, which is what my son is into. And then I said to him, oh, he's from Ealing as well. Are you guys going to keep in touch? And my son's like, no. I was like, well, why not? You can be friends. He goes,
Well, surely they're all from Ealing. You said 40 families from our area.
yeah, but they didn't go
Your
to the
son,
same
it's
school.
It's like Shutter Island for your son. He's like, wait, you're all from Ealing as well? What's going on, Mum? What have you done?
Well, he chose to go to a school out of the borough. And his mind, the way his mind works is, I have friends. I have 5 or 6 people who
I'm
are my
content with
friends.
that, yeah.
And there will not be a vacancy
Right.
until one of them dies.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Men enter primary school. They meet 3 random other men in their class and they think we're locking in for life here, regardless of how much we have in common or even how much we like each other.
I know. I love that about my son and his friends.
These are just my friends.
That's really interesting because I feel like that's an experience I've had much more with women. Like, well, I think most of my male friends, most of their friends are like more from like adulthood or being a bit older. And I know so many women who've had like the same friend since they were 3 who they fucking hate. Like, which is the other like.
I mean, I've got them, of course. But
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
no, I actually deeply love my friends I've had since I was 3. But I see them less and less now.
Okay,
But then when I do see them, it's like.
When we were
it's-
3, we actually weren't the people that we are now.
Yeah. But then you also kind of are the person that you were when you were 3.
You are.
You think?
You just have to. Oh
This is
yeah,
the thing.
absolutely. You come out ready-made. Your personality is ready-made.
I've had my Saturn return recently, and
Right.
you realise, the person I was when I was 14, that actually I need to stop escaping her because that is who I am, 100%.
Had my Saturn return recently is like something someone who works at CEX could say.
Yeah. I kind of say it with irony, but I also mean it.
What is a Saturn return? Can you explain for them?
Saturn, okay, well, I do sound like really a thick bimbo, but I'm kind of embracing it at the moment. Saturn is somewhere when you're born, and when it comes back, it was about when you're 27 to 30, and it's sort of like it's like the next chapter of your life begins. When you've kind of like done all of the like, is this who I am? Is this who I am? And then it kind of stops, and then you come back, and then you're like, you start the next.
Sounds like the menopause.
Yeah, it's like an early astrological menopause.
Oh, how
Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank
Wow.
you. And I kind of don't really believe it, but it's kind of fun to talk about.
Well, and maybe it's a useful heuristic, you know. If
Yeah,
it makes you think
exactly.
about your life, then maybe it will ironically be the catalyst for some changes.
And I
because
love
you're
little
thinking about
things
it.
like that where you're like, is it meaningful? Maybe, kind of. You know, you like suspend your disbelief. Like I kind of like crystals because it's like, why not?
Well, crystals are.
I'm
they
really
are sort
sad I
of
didn't
fun.
bring my tarot cards. I'm
Love
learning the
tarot.
tarot.
Yeah.
Learning the tarot.
Yeah, I did the tarot for my dad,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the questions I asked him were quite pertinent to something that he's going through right now. And he goes, yes, but if you picked any other cards similar, and I was like, yes. It's not magic.
No.
It's just another way to have a conversation.
Yeah. It's also a way to kind of refract your problems through a new thing. And then you can kind of get a new perspective.
I have very bad tarot readings. I was seeing someone and they said, oh, do you want me to read your tarot? And I said, I normally have quite bad tarot readings, so maybe it's not best. It kind of puts everyone in a bad mood. She goes, well, no, it's just how you read the cards, isn't it? It's the interpretation of the cards.
Yeah.
So you actually can't get a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay. She do the tarot reading. She reads my cards, and then she's like looking at them for like 20 seconds and going like, make a face.
Oh,
And then she goes, at best, you'll be betrayed 3 times.
oh no.
At best, you'll be betrayed 3 times.
And did that
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
globs.
Yeah.
That's
All
really
3.
bad news.
All 3 by her.
Oh, through her, yeah.
I thought it's tough. It's tough because I thought that she betrayed me 3 times, but then I was like, then I think it was only 2. But then that's a Darryl Brown thing where if you're pick, the whole worst thing about the worst thing about being Darren Brown is not picked because then you could be picked. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I had a betrayal left.
Oh no.
So I was trying to factor in that all her betrayals, but then I was pretty sure there was 2. And then maybe like during Fringe I was betrayed. I can't tell the story here, but I did see her again briefly.
Oh yes, you were betrayed.
There was a
during
small
Fringe.
betrayal.
Yeah, there was.
Wow.
So she
Actually, I
betrayed
would say
me.
quite a large betrayal during Fringe.
Quite a large betrayal.
A psychic who makes the stuff come true by just doing it to you.
Yeah.
I've had 4 tarot readings and they've all been like devastating. Like it's hard. Like people have been like, oh God, like maybe I don't read them out. One of them didn't read them out.
It would be funny to
Yeah.
go to a tarot reading and you're just like revealing way too much about yourself before they've even said anything. Like they put the cards out, you're like, oh, of course I get the secretly gay skeleton. And they're just like, I don't know why you're.
There is a secretly gay skeleton card, actually.
Oh, really?
There isn't. No, of course.
Oh, the homosexual thoughts woman. Yeah, of course.
Blue Factory!